What's up, guys? It is your boy Fozzie. Today we're hitting the community up with my very own Chargeblade build. Now this build is my absolute favorite build I have. This thing is insane. If you like high amounts of damage and if you like super amp discharging left and right, this build is just for you. I'm gonna head over to the training area. We're gonna break this thing down and I'm explaining just why this thing is so damn good. See you guys over there. Now that we're back over to the training area, I'm gonna break this build down for you and just show you how good this thing really is. If we go to our equipment info and look, I'm using Diablo's Tyrannus 2. This is a no-brainer. If you want the best raw Chargeblade still, it is still a Diablo's Tyrannus 2. I do have a health augmentation on it for health regain, and it is stupidly good. And if you get an augmentation, I would highly recommend at least doing one of them with health regain, because whenever you're at like 25-30% health, if you super amp discharge, which you're going to be doing a lot with this build, you're going to go straight back up to full health, which means more uptime because you don't have to put your weapon away to heal. And it's pushing your DPS even higher. Now, if we look at our equipment, on the headpiece, I have the Dragon King Eye Patch A for the Weakness Exploit 2. We are using the Dobermail B for the Attack Boost 2. Destination Grip B for Focus. Now, I know a lot of people don't really use Focus that much on the Impact File Chargeblades. I don't really understand why. I know they use it a lot on the Mhw Chargeblades, but I'll explain as to why I feel like everybody should be using Focus, excuse me, if you're not on an Impact File. We're using the Nerganti Coil B to get another 2 points in attack boost. The Wrath Soul Greaves B for another point in focus, which will cap us out. Artillery Charm 3, because I don't have the artillery gems, and even if I did, I honestly don't think there's room to put the artillery gems in with this build, so I'm just going with Artillery Charm. And then the mantles, just use whatever you're going to use, whatever you need for whatever fight. Now if we look at our equip skills, Attack Boost 6. Now this is not a mandatory. I feel like mandatory would be at least attack level 5. And the reason I say attack level 5 is mandatory because when you get to attack level 4, I'm sorry. I feel like attack level 4 is the mandatory point. Because when you get to attack level 4, it gives you +5 affinity. Now if you can get to attack level 5, 6, or 7 even, that's great. If you have the gems to be able to slot them in, that's great. And I will showcase my gem here in a second, but the Diablo's Tyrannus has a negative 30% affinity, which is kind of a drawback. It's the only drawback, honestly, it has. But with that, it kind of helps counteract that, negative affinity, right? With Weakness Exploit, attacks that hit weak spots have a plus 50% increased affinity. Now, the reason I'm using this is to help boost my sword damage, because you're not always going to be able to super amp discharge as often as you'd like to with this build. Because sometimes you're fighting a Tempered Valhazak, and Tempered Valhazak likes to jump around a lot. You have very short windows when you could actually discharge, unless you know the fight very well. And another reason the Weakness Exploit I'm running that is because it counteracts that negative affinity, right? We have negative 25% affinity because of the +5% with the attack boost, and with that will be plus 25% on top of that. So you should be hitting weak points as it is whenever you're fighting a monster. So there's no reason really not to have this. It doesn't boost your super amp discharge because Foul ignores all armor anyway. But still, you want it because you want to push your most damage with the sword and the discharge, not just the discharge. Now, Focus Level 3. Focus Level 3 is amazing. Increase gauge fill rate by 20% and reduce charge times by 20%. Now the reason this thing is so good that I don't think a lot of people realize how good it is that you're able to fill your files 20% faster, right? Which in turn means you're able to super amp discharge 20% faster than somebody who isn't using this. Which means you can super amp discharge 20% more of the time than anyone else. And everyone knows how how much damage that the Diablos Tyrannus pushes, right? And I just think that this is a very overlooked skill with this build, and I feel like a lot of people should definitely try it out. Yes, I don't have handicraft. Yes, I don't have speed sharpening. But it doesn't matter, because if you look at how much green sharpness we have, right? We have enough to last for a good amount of... You should be able to sharpen in between the monsters shifting to new areas. And with this build, you know, Super Amp Discharge, the files ignore the armor. So each time you're discharging, your files are probably proccing at least 100, if not 110. So that's 660 damage at most, free right there. And you're able to do that 20% more of the time. It is insane, and I think that it is great, and I will showcase it in here in a second. Artillery level 3, coming from the charm like we talked about, increase power of each attack by 30%, and reduce Wyvern's Fire cooldown by 50%. It strengthens explosive attacks like gun lance, shells, Wyvern's Fire, Chargeblade file attacks. Recovery up gem. The reason I'm running recovery up is because I have a health augmentation. Now with this, we recover 10% faster, and it's just, if I had another one, I would use it. I would drop an attack boost gem to run another recovery up, just because I'd have more uptime, and I think that's super important. Capacity boost, no brainer. You use this if you're using Chargeblade, you're using this if you're using Gun Lance. It gives you an extra file. Non-elemental boost raises the base attack for non-elemental weapons. Now, because the Diablos Tyrannus has a hidden element on it, I'm pretty sure it's ice, it doesn't count as an element itself. So as long as you don't free element that up, you'll be able to use this and boost your attack. Like right now, you see mine with no Might Seeds, no Demon Powders, no nothing. I'm at 1,030 attack already. It is great, and I love it. Now let's head over here to the item box so I can show you my gems, right? On Dragon King eye patch, we are rocking the Elementalist. Jesus, I can't talk today, guys. I'm so sorry. Elementalist Jewel 2. Like I said, boost attack. You want to have it. Double MLB Magazine Jewel. Increased file capacity. Now, I will say, if you don't have the Magazine Jewel, you won't be able to use this build. And I'm very sorry. But the reason you won't be able to use this build is because more than likely, you're going to not be able to use the Rasso Greaves, because you're going to use the Dodo Gamma Greaves. Because the Dodo Gamma Greaves give you that capacity boost. But if you did get lucky, and you do have it, or if you've already had it, then great. That's, you know, you can do this build easily. Distance Grip for that focus 2, and we're running the Medicine Attack Jewel. Now, I do have 2 attack gems in, right? If you don't have a second attack gem, I'm sorry if you don't. It's not mandatory. Honestly, you could drop both these attack gems and run 3 grinder gems if you actually cared about your speed sharpening. I don't care about that, because I feel like you have enough time in between monsters shifting areas, like I said, to sharpen. But if you are a player who does care about how fast they sharpen, then you could still go attack level 4, because Nergante Coil and the Doberman LB get that plus affinity, and you would be able to get speed sharpening. It's very versatile. You're not limited to one thing. Some things are very mandatory, like Magazine, Elementalist, but that's with any other build. And on the Nergante Coil, we're rocking the Tenderizer Jewel to max out that weakness exploit. Now, like I was saying with the focus, right? With the focus, you charge files 20% faster. Let me sharpen real quick. And the reason that's so good is because you're able to grip discharge 20% of the time, right? So whenever you're right up on a monster, the usual combo is you hold circle and you round slash, right? Look at that. In those 2 moves, we have 6 files. We already have 6 files in 2 moves. Go up, do it again. Boom. We have enough files to store into the shield, and then if you actually care about storing them into the sword, you can go ahead and do that. But in those amount of moves, we have enough energy to Super Amp Discharge already at least once. Now I'm already up to 2 Super Amp Discharges, right? Which means if a monster goes down and you're right up on it right as it happens, here's 1 discharge, Boom, 277, 293 with 83 times 6 because of each file. And then you have enough time to discharge one more time. Boom, 382, 367, 82 times 6. In that short amount of time, we hit well over 1100 damage. That took me how long to do? 15, 20 seconds? And that was me talking. In that short amount of time, we was able to do that much damage. I'm telling you, I know the build seems very skeptical because it's not focused too much onto one thing, but with that focus 3, it makes the build perfect. It makes it to where you guys can super up discharge 20% of the time. You've seen the numbers just then. 383, 367, 83 times 6. It is stupid amounts of damage. And I think you guys would really enjoy this build. Try it out. Let me know what you think. We're going to go test this out on something. And I'm going to show you just how good this build is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. I'll see you over there. Alright, now we're over here. I figured we would try out fighting a high rank Nergigante. And the reason for the high rank Nergigante, because I forgot to mention this, is if you look at the equipment, the only thing that you have to actually fight is Nergigante himself. Everything else is super easy to get for this build. So that was one thing I kind of forgot to mention. I don't want to sharpen, please don't make me. I kind of forgot to mention about it. And I figured at this point, either probably getting ready to go into tempered stuff or go into like towards Nergigante, Kushala, and Toestra at the high rank level. So I figured this would be a good demonstration of the actual weapon itself. Oh, I got a mount right off the bat. Kind of sucks, but yeah. Hopefully we can just go ahead and knock him on over and make this easy. Come on, Nergy. Bam. Where am I? Alright. This ain't where I want to be, but... Go ahead and get one discharge out. Should connect. There we go, 167. There we go. Send him on the ground. Go ahead and get another discharge out. While he's coming back up. Around the head. There we go. I thought he was going to come towards us, so I was going to try to gamble and get lucky on that. Should be able to just discharge out. There we go. Knock him down again. Gonna try to discharge right on that right side if I can get it to land so I can break those spikes. I didn't get it. It's all good. Oh, he's already going back up to sleep. We'll go ahead and sharpen and get ready to finish this fight off already. That's what I'm talking about, guys. You're able to push out so many discharges so often that you're just maximizing the full DPS of the Chargeblade. It's just insane. It's just great. You know what? We might actually put barrel bomb. I don't even think he got a dive bomb on us once, did he yet? We're gonna put a barrel bomb here. I don't have the mega barrel bombs, unfortunately. Go ahead and store energy back into our sword. And get ready to discharge and wake him up. Time to wake up, Nergigante. There we go. Quick, easy. How long did that even take us? Ah! How long did it take us? It took us 3 minutes and 50 seconds to kill a high-ranked Nergigante. Man, that is good. Chargeblade is a great weapon. Hopefully you tried it out by now, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the build. I will showcase the skills one last time. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to kill a high-ranked Nergigante. That was a good clean run. Here's our equipment skills. I hope you guys enjoyed the video though. I hope you tried the build out. Let me know what you think about it. I hope you enjoyed the showcase. And if you have any recommendations or anything you want to see, make sure you drop them down in the comments, guys. I will definitely try to do those for you. Make sure to drop a like and share the video. I'll see you guys next time. Much love and peace.